Hey there, Scorpio. It's Amanda here with your Teen RuneScope. This month, in conjunction with our runes, of course, I will be using the Cosmic Tarot by Norbert Loesch. I love this deck. I first used this way back in the 90s, a long time ago. But it has a very classic Hollywood feel to it. You'll probably notice on the cards it looks like a lot of the cards depict art that looks a lot like classic Hollywood stars. So if you're into old movies from like the 30s and 40s, it's a very cool deck. But be sure to join me for part 2 of your reading over on Vimeo. I'll be pulling and interpreting one card from the Wisdom of the House of Night. This deck is by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. That's your spiritual guidance for the month. That link is below in the description box. So definitely check that out for further messages, wisdom, and guidance for how to handle the energies that be popping up for you in April. But let's jump in, see which runes. Want to talk to Scorpio. 19 from Scorpios. What's going on with Scorpio? 19. Really came out in a weird way. As always, keep in mind, Scorps, this is a general reading. So, not all of the messages will be for you. Some are going to be for, the other Scorpios that are watching. They got to get their message too, right? So you can always check out the video for your rising sign as well in these general formats. Oftentimes you'll find that that's probably the more accurate reading. But if you would like something far more personal and specific and more tailored guidance just for you, you can always schedule a private session with me. I do those on Skype. Drop me a line of email address. It's in the box below, and it's also over here somewhere. In general, though, your challenge or focus, we got the 6 of Swords. So let me see what's coming through with the runes. Well, there's something that your challenge is to move on from something that is not, it's never going to bring you happiness. It's never going to bring you joy. There needs to be a break or a separation or an ending to something. Or there's something, that be going on in Scorpio. And it could be, again, like a theme it's like stops and starts or stops and starts. Like you can never quite take off with something. You keep going back and trying to do this, but it's like you can't ever seem to complete it or you can't ever get to the point where you're comfortable or happy with it. Now, for some of you, this could be a creative project. This could be a career. This could be a job. It could be a relationship. But it's never going to be what you need it to be or want it to be, what you've envisioned. And honestly, for some of you, you could be wasting your time and energy. It's interesting because Aries got a similar message about wasting their energy on something or someone that's never going to bring you the joy that you want or need. It could be a series of someone's too. For some of you, I'm seeing like keep wasting your energy on the wrong people. And I feel like these are other people, not necessarily in a romantic way. It's other people in your life. I feel like some of you out there, and this may just be for a few of you, it's like you're wasting all this energy on impressing the boss or impressing coworkers, or you're putting all of your time and energy in that, whereas, your family is always at home alone, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your significant other never gets to see you because you're always focused on the money and the career and the work. And it's never going to bring you joy. It's never going to bring you what you're thinking or hoping it's going to bring you. So 6 of Swords is saying it's time to move on from that. It's time to move out of this choppy, stressful, chaotic waters into the more peaceful waters. Start putting your energy towards the things that give you peace, give you joy, give you love, give you some sort of recognition or give you something back. But it's coming up as your challenge to leave this. So there's something about it where you're like stubborn. I don't want to give up on this yet. I don't want to leave it behind, but it just keeps bringing me not necessarily disappointment, but stalled results, delayed results. Things never kind of pan out. It's like, and for some of you, this could be an entire area of life. Maybe it's been like, all of your romantic relationships have been, I never get to that point where I can just be happy with somebody and they be happy with me. Or maybe it's career, I really, really thought I was meant to do this, but I just can't ever kind of get to the point where I feel like I never get the recognition, or I never get moved up to the position that I want to be in. There's something you've been chasing, Scorpio, that it's like, I think the universe has been saying that's not for you. That's not, you're not meant to do that. You're meant to do something else. And so if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling trapped, if you've been feeling this stop, start for years in some area, it's maybe time to let it go. That, if this is meant for me, it'll come to me. Because honestly, the things that we're meant to do, they do. It's not that we don't have challenges in achieving it, but if you never give up, you'll get there. You'll get there. And, and if you're young, if you're relatively young, Scorpio, maybe you haven't figured out what that thing is yet. So it would make sense maybe that there's this kind of disrupted energy. But if you've been chasing after something for years and it's just never kind of panned out, it'd be time to consider that that's not what you're supposed to do, or that's not the kind of person you're supposed to be with, or maybe you're not supposed to be in a relationship. Not everybody's meant to be in a relationship, because maybe you have great things to accomplish, and you can only accomplish them if you're spending the energy, all of your energy, on that. So what we've got in the present is the world in reverse. So yeah, something's incomplete. The present for most of you is going to be end of March going into April. For others of you, this could be whenever you're watching this video. This energy could be going on. So yeah, it's like I got to go back to the drawing board with this. Now, for some of you, this is a partnership. It's either a business partnership or a relationship person, or a type of relationship, right? Maybe it is family relationships. Like, no matter what I do, these never work out. I always try to like make amends or keep in touch. And I feel like I always, I just feel like I never get anything back. For others of you, it's a personal relationship or a type. For some of you, maybe it's marriage. Maybe you've been married several times. You're like, I keep doing this, and it's never what I idealize, which nothing is. But it seems like for you, Scorpio, maybe you'd be finding like it's never what I need or want in a very real kind of way, like in a way that, like you're with somebody that you feel understood by, or that there is a connection. Maybe you thought there was in the beginning, but then you always find out, I don't even know what I saw in this person. I don't even know why I'm with this person. Now, this could be like there's something incomplete with a relationship, Scorpio, and it's coming up in all. So this could be a review of a past relationship, someone coming back into your life, or it could just be on your mind, this past relationship, because you're looking for patterns. You're trying to figure out what it is you're supposed to understand about this. Everybody's getting very big, broad themes for all. It's a very kind of big picture month for all the signs I've read for thus far. Big insights are coming, big vats of information if you're willing to receive them. But yeah, there's I want to show you this in the upright, even though I pulled it. This doesn't mean you can't complete something or you can't get the answer, but you're not done with something that you thought you were done with. And it seems to be in a relationship sense. And I was just saying, you're going to have time to finish this. You're going to have time to do this. Now, so some of you, your challenge is to let something go for now, okay? For some of you. For others of you, it'd be like, you're not meant to do this. For others of you, it's like you should let this go for now because there's something bigger you're supposed to be doing with your time. You can come back to this later, but for right now, it's time to do something else for a while, just temporarily. I was just saying though, if you're meant to do something, if this is something you really want to do, you will do it. It just may take a longer period of time. It may not be in the time frame that you were thinking of. Same thing with relationships. For some of you, maybe it's time to take a break from that. If it's been an area of disappointment for you, and it's, you never have met the right one, it may be time to just like not be concerned about that. Doesn't mean it's over. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. But, I feel like for you, there's something else you're supposed to do maybe before you get into that. If you've been single a lot of years, your whole life, or maybe you've never met the right one. I mean, it's because there's something else you're supposed to do. And if you were putting all that energy in that, you never do this. I feel like delays are in any area is so you will, okay, the sooner you get this done and completed, then you can do that. So a lot of different ways this is coming in. But there's something that needs to be completed that's not done. And it will be, but it may not be in a role. I mean, and it may not be right now, because it seems like there's something more important that you're supposed to be doing. For others of you, this could be repairing a relationship. It could be that, but it's going to take time. Be patient with yourself and with the other person, because it is going to take a while to fix this. For others, it may not be able to be fixed. It could just be like a closure, or at least kind of maybe not carrying around and being able to leave it behind. There's no more of that feeling of like this nagging bothering you. You'll be able to put it down. The help that's going to be available, we've got the Seven of Swords and Urus. All right. Okay, for some of you out there, someone is sneakily wooing you. And I directly heard that. So it's maybe for one person out there. They're sneakily like online stalking, but not in a creepy way. At least it's not what I'm feeling. But what's Scorpio doing? Because I really like Scorpio. I really love Scorpio. What are they doing? Are they with anybody? So this could be somebody that's been a while, right? They're gathering information about you, Scorpio, because they want to make contact. They want to get in touch with you, but they want to kind of know what's up with you, especially if you're in a relationship. Like they really want to know that. Like, is Scorpio married or seeing somebody or not that they won't contact you even if you are, but for some of you, they wouldn't. They wouldn't, because again, this is different people for those of you that this applies to. But I feel like for most of you, this is online. Now, for some of you, it could be somebody kind of driving by your house or checking it out. But you can find out so much more online, on social media and stuff, especially about like maybe your relationship status or what's going on with you. Now, for others of you, Scorpio, you could be the one doing this, right? This relationship feels incomplete. I can't move on from this until I kind of find out something. I got to get some answers. I got to figure out why this didn't work. Maybe that's what you got to figure out before you can move on from this and leave it behind. You be the one doing that, because it's very Scorpio to kind of say, let me just sneakily see what this person's doing, if they're in a relationship or whatever. So you could be doing that. And I think you're going to get good news. I really think for most of you, it is going to be kind of like, maybe you kind of got an inkling or a feeling, or maybe somebody told you that this person was divorced and you're just kind of checking to make sure. You just want to confirm. You're not stalking, right? Some of you are. Others of you are just wanting to confirm, is this person in a relationship? The main thing is you don't want to be rejected. You're not so worried about breaking people up, but you don't want to be rejected, right? Because they're with somebody else. Those of you, though, that are being kind of like you're the one being looked at, and the reverse too, whoever this is like looking, because they're really going to kind of go at this. Like they really want to go into this full steam ahead. Like they're going to put a lot of effort into this. Like if you're available, because they really do want you. They just want you, Scorpio. Or you feel that way about this person. Now, others of you, it's going to help you no matter what your goal. Maybe, for some of you, maybe you're like, I'm married already and I'm happy and that doesn't apply to me. This is about like the way to your goal, whatever it is, the way to achieve whatever you want. Is you're going to have to be a little bit sneaky about it. But I mean, that's just your nature. You have to be a bit secretive. You have to hide things. But I mean, that's not going to be hard for you, but it is going to help you. Definitely be careful who you're sharing information with. It may be a month where even those that you normally would trust or share things with, it's not the time to tell them things, until you kind of know how things are going to go, or until it's a sure thing, a sure bet. But you will achieve your goal. But it's like, you're not going to shout it from the rooftops. It's a month to kind of keep it on the DL, your plans. What must be accepted? We got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you, this is a job situation, a career situation that's been disrupting the other areas of your life, like we were talking about. It's just been, and it's not been worth it. It hasn't brought you the experience you want. It hasn't brought you the money you want. It hasn't brought you the position you want. It's like you're on the hamster wheel, right? And it's interesting that in the upright, it looks like a wheel. But yeah, it's like you're running and running and running, but you're not going anywhere. You're just spinning. And you're not appreciated. Your skills are not appreciated. Your attention to detail and your ability to take on mountains of work when other people couldn't, or wouldn't do that. Like that, you go unrecognized for that. And you're pretty sick of it here. Or I don't blame you. And I think that's for any of you, like, why you're like, I've got to get out of this career path. I've got to change career paths. Or I've got to get out of this job. Others of you, April could be a month where work is just slow. There's not enough work, especially if you like own your own business or you freelance or something. Unfortunately, it could be a month where it's just kind of slow going with the work. And that's disrupting your cash flow. It's disrupting your money. It's disrupting, your ability to go out and do things or save or, things are slowing down. You're noticing it, and it's disheartening because you're like, man, I need I need the cash to start flowing. So it's external though. It's kind of like this rune is saying there's not a lot you can do about it, right? It's just the energies. It's all external stuff. And so yeah, I would use that time to look for a new job or look for a second gig. Again, there's something, I feel like for you, if it's the job situation or a business, it'd be time to move on. And I can see how that would be very difficult and challenging to leave behind if it was your own business, because it's like you've poured so much into it. You've invested so much time and energy and money in it often, right? So admitting defeat and kind of leaving it behind would definitely be hard. It's like your baby, right? But if it's not, the whole reason to start a business is to make money and live. And if you're not doing that, or if it's just draining your energy, maybe you are making good money, but it's like, I just don't enjoy it. It's such a slog. And again, I have no time for any other areas. I have no time for my family. Those are the issues that are coming up in here, Scorpio. Your outcome, though, is beautiful because you've got the star, which is lovely. And I feel like some of you are going to be gardening in April. The pink flamingo made me think of that on this card. You have the little garden pink flamingos. I have some. So yeah, you'd be working in the garden. And you use the time to do that. Like if the business is slow or whatever, well, just work in the garden. Clean up the yard, mow the grass, get your yard set up the way you want it. Put your energy into that. Get your hands dirty. But this is all about healing, about regeneration, about wish fulfillment. But normally with the star, because it's a major arcana, this is a big picture wish. So it's often sometimes we don't understand that our wish is being granted because it's in such a bigger picture way. It's not like the Nine of Cups where we're getting a little something that we wanted. It's more like your wish is being granted, you just don't realize it yet. And you may not realize it for a while because it's like it's happening in steps. It's happening in a process. Many of you, though, like you're getting a wish granted in connection or reconnection with someone who hurt you, who you feel took advantage of you, that you maybe had a lot of arguments with. For some of you, it would be your mother. We do have the rune of mother. For some of you, it may be a child or a family member, but someone that was a very close bond. So someone that, sorry about that, Scorpio. As I was saying, yes, this is someone you have a soul contract with, right? So there can be some healing taking place here, but you're going to have to resolve some conflict to get to it. So yeah, there's something unresolved. There's something, again, unfinished with someone. That is the month that the healing can begin. For some of you, this could be with several people because we've got the rune of group, family coming together. So yeah, it could be a family member or it is one of your soul group family members, right? So yeah, this is a month where you can take some steps forward for your own growth. I feel like you're figuring out why something didn't work, why something isn't working, and you're going to leave it behind. And it could be something you've put quite a lot of effort into, again, and you're just like, it's wasted effort. No matter what I do, I'm not getting, I do feel like the universe is trying to tell some of you Scorpios something. And, you know, we are sometimes resistant to it because we get our minds set on a certain direction or a certain outcome. We get attached to outcomes, and it can be difficult to give something up if we've had our heart set on it, or give someone up if we've had our heart set on it. For some of you, this might be just like, you know what? I need to make sure that this person is not for me. I need to make sure that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. So I gotta kind of reach out and reconnect and see if I can get some answers here. So I think it is a month of getting answers, Scorpio, in one way or another. And the sneakier you are about it, the more information you're gonna get. Yeah, the more like stealthy you are about it, the more you're gonna be able to gather. So that is what I see here, Scorpio. I was trying to see if there's anything else coming through here with this. You're going to have to make yourself vulnerable, and so is this other person. So, you know, you are going to have to go there, which can be very difficult. You of all of the water signs have the most difficult time with that because you have that. We've talked about this before in the other Scorpio videos. You have that soft inner vulnerableness. We all do. And you're not fooling anybody, Scorpio. Everybody knows this under there. But you have such a hard time showing that because you're so afraid of being hurt. And this is a situation, though, where it is kind of like you're going to have to be brave and go there, or you're not going to be able to convince this person because that's what they want to see, or that's what they need to see from you if you are the one kind of going to them. If it's the other way around, I feel like you need that from the other person, but they're also still going to want it back, Scorpio. So you're gonna have to go there, right? But maybe that's why it's like I have to leave behind this way of just never letting anyone in, because the result of that is no one ever gets in and I'm always alone. I always end up alone. These relationships don't work out. But maybe this one person you're going back to, or this person you're wanting to reconnect with, they're like one of the only people that you have been able to be vulnerable with, or maybe really open up to, or that you feel like you could. Maybe you never have before, but you feel like, you know, if I were gonna do it, if I were gonna go that vulnerable or go that deep with someone, it would only be that person. And I have to kind of check out if that's possible or if I should move on. So that's what I see for Scorpio, some big stuff going on. So meet me over on Vimeo. I think it's going to be very helpful to get your Wisdom of the House of Night card. I want to see what further guidance they have for you, kind of the overall theme of what you should do, or what's going to be the biggest kind of way to maneuver these energies in addition to the sneaky stuff, because that was your help. But we should be able to get more messages and information over there. So check out the link below. I'll see you over there. Good luck with Scorpio. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you back here next time.